Permission from the port police, we have it. Let's go now to prepare. Guys, we need to have the less possible things to do tomorrow morning. Only release a line, take anchor up, and we go. I'm gonna have to bring the boat a little bit back and be comfortable. Let's prepare, guys, a few things. So let's check if the engine works, and then we will put also some oil, and this is what we want. We will put a little bit to top it up. There you go. Yeah, not bad. But we're going to do a trip of about 30 nautical miles, and we have to be sure that we have enough oil. But let's put this over here, which is here. About half a liter. Let's check again. Yeah, need to put a little bit more, guys. So if you get more engine oil to the engine, if it's excessive, except that the engine will burn it progressively. The problem is that the engine is moving, the parts of the engine, the pistons, start moving into the oil. And this creates resistance, which from one side it increases a little bit the consumption, but the problem is that it's ruining the consistency of the oil. It gets very bubbly, and when it gets very bubbly, then it gets inside the cylinders start leaking because of the lack of the lubrication, it gets dirt, and then this is a bad cycle that ruins the engine in a long run. There you go. A little bit RPM at the beginning, and this is the normal smoke for a Yanmar motor, guys. A little bit, you see, and when it gets hot, it's going to be almost no smoke at all. This is normal, and the smoke that we see, if it's blue and it smells like oil, it's problem. It smells a little bit like diesel. It's normal for this specific type of Yanmar. Success. And this line, we're gonna need it, guys. This line, we're gonna need it in case that the anchor is stuck. I'm gonna use it. And this line, I guess it's ours, yes. The fast way and the correct way. We did the fast way now. And we're gonna drop a little bit. Let's try to go a little bit back now. I'm gonna take the cable out and then I'm gonna fix everything else. And we're gonna make all the lines slip lines. We're gonna release the one that we don't need at all. And hasta la vista. Just in case. Ready?
Τώρα δεν τα πας στην κύρα.
Όχι τώρα, μωρέ, αύριο πρωί. Τώρα θέλω να πατήσει η πασαρέλα μου έξω, γιατί αγχώνομαι πάρα πολύ να πατάω στον αέρα. Έχετε φάει για πόσε?
Ναι, μαλακίες τώρα.
Έλα να πάμε να φάμε έξω κάπου.
Σουβλάκια.
Σουβλάκια, τι καλύτερο. Για να δούμε. Away, and we're ready, guys. Very nice. So let me explain you the mechanics over here, guys. I didn't have a long line to put over here, but doesn't work to replace it because I'm going to release it tomorrow morning. And since the prop walk of this boat is pulling the boat that way, if I need to bring the boat that way because let's say the wind is coming from that direction, I'm going to reverse to the anchor, bring the boat here progressively, then release this line which is exactly next to me, next to the engine throttles, and then I can go out. And as you will see tomorrow, we're going to start winching the anchor right away after we leave, and that's because we don't want the anchor to make a loop around the blocks of cement that are existing exactly in front of the boat. That's the only thing that we want to avoid. So as we exit, we're going to winch the anchor up for about 5, 6, 7 meters, and then we're going to let the rudder go forward, winch the anchor by hand by observing from the position of the anchor. This is the proper way to do it, otherwise we can cause a big damage. So see you tomorrow morning, guys. Good morning, guys. It was a cold night and the sun is not out yet, but we're going to have a cool video exiting the harbor, hopefully with the drone as well. What's the deal now? We're going to release the lines. This line is going to go first. We stay to this line and we motor if it's necessary to this line, and it's important especially to the narrow channels. We need to know which way the dominant force is pulling. And as you will see here, guys, there is no wind, but I can see the other boats. They are facing that direction, so that means that the current is coming that way. So as I'm exiting, I'm going to target a little bit to this boat over there. I'm going to come over here to start pulling the anchor, and the boat slowly will drift as I proceed with it, just with the momentum of the boat. So that means forward, release, engine neutral, rudder center, let the boat flow. I come over here to winch the anchor. Pull the chain into the water, guys. We have about 80 meters inside. That means we're going to go very, very far. And this part of Poros over there, of the passage, of the channel, is very shallow. So most likely we're going to see about 2 meters to the depth counter. Interesting. We check the traffic, guys, all the time, even if it's winter, and because I don't want to waste time coiling the line, I'm going to release it from the short end, pull it inside, rudder to starboard, to start going to starboard, guys. And now I'm going to give a small push and anchor up. There you go. That's enough. A small push again. And now I go to the bow. I wanted the boat to be a little bit more to starboard, and we go to winch from the bow. I know that the anchor is going to hold the boat, so I'm going to give a little bit more RPM now, have more force to my windlass, a small push forward to get a little bit more forward, and then RPM. Plus, I try to guess a little bit the future position of the boat glass. But again, I don't worry too much because
Since I know that I have the hooking of my anchor and the chain is on the bottom, I can wait until the boat will drift with the wind or the current, and then I can regain my control over the boat step by step. At this point over here, I realized that the anchor wasn't coming very easily up. I was expecting this to happen because this is very muddy over there, and now I'm going to give a strong push forward in order to release the anchor from the bottom, from the muddy water.
be like a huge forward. Look at me. And the ideal is to put forward against the direction of the hooking of the anchor. So we do this.
And I want you to observe how the chain is going under the boat. This is not going to damage the boat as long as we do not winch with the windlass. It's going to touch a little bit, and you can put the rudder to starboard, and you see now how the boat is rotating by the hooking of the anchor, and actually the anchor is now disengaged from the bottom. I will give some time for the boat to back a little bit to get some distance, the chain from the boat, and then I will take it up. And this is a standard process, otherwise we stress so much the windlass trying to unhook it from the mud that we can destroy it. Anchor is out of the water, and as you see it's full of mud, so I'm going to hang it inside the water a little bit deep so it doesn't slam the bow of the boat, and then we're going to go forward, not very fast, about 4 knots maximum, to wash it.
I don't know if you can hear the smell, guys. This is how we say in Greek, hear the smell. And here is the smelly place, Methana, one of my favorite spots, guys. And why is my favorite spot? Not because of the smell, but because of the hot springs. It has an amazing spot with hot springs, and also it's how Greece used to be 40 years ago. So if you want to see Greece 40 years ago, come to Methana, guys. All the peninsula is interesting, specifically the harbor. I love it a lot, guys. And Methana has 3 main harbors and 1 small fishing shelter. So it's the harbor of Methana with the big marina, which is one of the most protected in the Mediterranean. We have St. Giorgio, which is at the north, which is for small boats, but the sailing boat can go there, but it's a very tight area, a very shallow water. And then we have Vathi, which is also a small, tiny village, fishing village, that they have the best food over there, and you can also walk, do trekking up to the volcano, guys. Or for those of you that you don't want to do trekking, you can take a taxi. The taxi takes you exactly to the path that starts and takes 15 minutes to go, 15 minutes to come back, and you can see the whole view of the surrounding gulf, guys. 2 spots you can have this kind of view. One is from the top of the volcano of the Methana, and the other is from the top of Moni Island. Both of them equally good. As we go to the shipyard, guys, it's one of the most important things that you need to check is where they're going to apply the straps to lift the boat. Do not rely on the perspective of the lift operator, guys. I have been to a situation that the captain that was about to take his catamaran out in front of me, the catamaran, I think it was a 68 foot, a very big one. It almost capsized, guys. It almost flipped backwards because they put the straps to the wrong position. So you need to study your boat. Sometimes you have marks at the side of the boat that tells you where to put the straps, but the important is not to get the straps to the propeller. And as you see, I can clearly see that when the ladder is ending a little bit behind to the level of the ladder, by the way, guys, this is where the straps should be applied to the back end of the boat, and at the front end doesn't matter a lot, but we should not cover the eye of the depth counter. Let's go, guys.
About 4 hours later, I arrived to the shipyard, guys, and I'm repositioning now the boat. I don't have a drone shot, unfortunately, it wasn't allowed over there, and I'm positioning the boat in order to back inside the slip. Let's enjoy the video.
All the deal here is not to crash the corners, guys, so that's why I'm gonna go straight, and then the last minute I'm gonna slap the wind one more time to get the bow higher. That's the whole goal. And then when we enter,
Maybe it's not visible to the video, but the personnel of the shipyard, they were making to me a lot of signals how to maneuver my boat, and at the beginning I was a little bit confused, but then I did my stuff according to my knowledge and my experience, and this boat, guys, drifts a lot, much different than the rest of the sailing boats, so I had to do something completely different than they were imagining that I should do.
higher with the stern, and then the last minute I'm gonna turn the wheel to straighten the boat, guys. In that way the boat will stay, the bow will be slapped. That's it. Γεια σας. Όχι.
Πάμε μέσα. Πάμε μέσα.
Ναι, θα μπει. Ας το να κάνει λίγο bounce στα μπαλόνια.
Έχει πολύ ακόμα πίσω.
Εντάξει. Ένα λεπτό.
Πάμε πίσω.
Γάμισε τα, δεν είναι. Δεν είναι στο αυτό.